just go get Ty.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hi to all of our fans. I'm Vito Russo, and then you have Brianna Smith. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's staying safe, quarantine. Hopefully, we got some good news. It's almost over, God willing. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Thanks for joining us yet again. We're so excited to have you guys here. Changing it up a little bit today. We're actually going to be creating really cool, like over-the-top luxury boutonnieres. I always felt that guys deserve something really cool and artistic too. Why not? Something like that I think is really, really artistic, super, super detailed, very intricate, and it makes such a big difference. And you can incorporate so many different little things that can make it super sentimental to everybody. So guys should always get something cool. Why not? Guys should always look good. All right, so for those of you who don't know, we're Xtraordinary Events. We are actually Philadelphia's event and premier wedding floral artistry company here in Philadelphia. We do all different types of decor. We're actually located in Northern Liberties in the Billy Penn Studios. They're absolutely fabulous. You must check them out. Once we're up and running, they actually do events. We're so excited. We'll be having our big opening party as well. Once we're allowed to do, have people in a room.
Yeah,
more than 10, which would be nice to keep us going, keep us strong. So today, like I said, I want everyone to join in with the commentary. I'm going to give all live feedback. Join in with your questions. Me and Brianna are going to be giving a lot of really cool design tricks of things you could do at home. These are super easy. Everything that we created today, we actually pretty much got from our yards or our garden or things we had laying around the house. So just got to think creative and think outside the box, which is the exact theme of what we do here at Xtraordinary Events. We always take it to the next level and try to make it something completely extraordinary, hence the name. All right, guys. So the first thing I want to go over with you guys is I made about 8 really cool, unique boutonnieres. So I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit so you could see the intricacy, and I made one for each theme, which I thought was genius, and Bree did the same thing, which is amazing. So I want you guys to remember these things. I'm also going to be sharing all the photos online. So if you do see something that you love, always shoot us an email so we can help you get that on your proposal or your design proposal with us. So the first one I want to show you is actually the one that's sitting in my jacket. So check this out, guys. So the color's not as great for some reason on my computer, but this came out so cool. It's actually my favorite one. So what I did, we have this beautiful gold flat wire that's holding everything together, which is giving it a lot of weight, and it's also on a magnet, which could go right in your lapel or your pocket.
That's so cool. I love the gemstone.
Yeah, so if you could see, it's actually a purple amethyst gemstone that I was actually able to attach to this guy. With the calla lily, I got some really beautiful wine foliage from my yard and a little bit of a touch of Gatsby with that little feather in the back. Now, each one of these can be customized and you can do whatever you want. So this I absolutely love. Once I show you the photos online, I think you guys are going to love it because this purple is not showing too much, but it looks fantastic. So that's the one of them that I made. The next one that I did, and this I love as well. So this guy, so I did the same concept with the gold on the bottom, making it magnetic, so it almost looks like a can that's sitting on your lapel. So here, it was actually a tropical leaf that I cut, and I made rounds, and I did flat back. I actually used the stem, stuck it through the middle to give a little bit of an artistic feel, and then I went around my yard and collected a little bit of some cherry blossoms and different blooms, and I was able to glue them in and fold over the leaves so you could get a really cool, fun effect. This one I loved. I think this was super, super cool.
That has so much texture to it. I mean, the fan alone is such a great base for it, and you back it and frame it so well, and then you have that little pop of color that really brings it out. I love that, Vito.
Thanks, Brie. Yeah, you can see it's all the way around, which is really cool, but you have the fan in the back, so this was really, really fun. Another one that I came up with, so what if you don't want floral? What if you just want to do something outside the box, something a little bit different and creative? So, and I always like to bring in a little something sentimental, but it's got to be masculine. You don't want to go too girly with these guys. So check this one out. That's I had a lot of fun with. So what I did, we used a piece of branch, a gold manzanilla branch. I was able to attach some of the gold wire here into a little bit more of a shape. And then I added a little locket. I thought the locket was really, 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 really cool with a little black feather. So another really cool, fun, artistic, artsy, very industrial boutonniere. And again, like they're small, which is nice, and they're also really lightweight. And this would also go on a magnet and fit really, 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 really cool. So I thought this was an awesome design. Hope you guys like this one. This was fun.
So cute. I love those little personal touches. I did something very similar, obviously.
Yeah.
Your design techniques are always similar. But
Let
little
me
touches.
Yeah, let me see yours. Yeah, we'll go back and forth because I want to see the one that you made. I thought that was really, really cool. It's all about finding little things around the house that bring in a whole other feel. So it's so cool to do this.
So I did a couple different things with, like, you have a locket there. On this one, I have a little locket, a little heart locket. A lot of times people have loved ones that have passed, or you just want to remember them, and you have something like dear to your heart right there. So this one was kind of cute. I have a little touch of the gold here as well, which is really fun. And then that gold wrap on the base there. And it's literally just attached by a little locket.
Yeah, Bree, I love that. And I want to say hi to all our viewers. We have a ton of viewers right now, and everyone's saying they love everything. This is so cool. I love that. Yeah, if you have any questions, let us know, because these are really, really little, I call them little works of art. So hi, everybody. Caroline, Tiara, Bernadette, Alexis, everyone. Hey, Bobby. All right. So the next one that I made, I really hated cutting this in my yard, but I had to. I wanted to do something really fun, something really whimsical, a little bit creative, and definitely colorful. So I was able to get a red anemone from my garden, and I did pieces of wire. So it's actually gold, and it's called diamond cut. You can't see too much, but there's actually little diamond cuts that are made into this, which is beautiful. I used a leaf in the back, which they're growing right now. It's called hostia. They look amazing. And I did a little bit of branch on this guy. And I did a little bit of a black tape on the bottom. And then we did a little bit of a gold swirl. So it's basically all things colorful, little accents of gold, with a little touch of green in the back. So again, something super fun and super
it's funky. I like it. It has like movement to it too, which
totally.
I love.
Something fun and different. So I always tell people it doesn't always have to be one flower. I hate when you just do one flower unless it's maybe just a calla lily or a rose and you keep it super clean and classic. But these are ways to make people talk about not only just always the bridal bouquet. Why can't we talk about the cool groom's boutonniere and wedding party?
Definitely. And you're going to see that in every single picture for the rest of your life on your mantle. You might as well have something cool to look at.
Oh, you got that right. And now they even freeze dry everything. There's an amazing company, Anna Willow, that will they do bouquet preservation. They freeze dry everything. So they're fantastic. If everyone wanted to do a little bit of, floral preservations, it lasts forever, which is amazing.
Yeah, which is so cool. So my next one would actually last forever because there are no greens in this. This is another one that's very
I love
interesting. That. So I have it actually, I kept the back unfinished for you guys. So I wanted to show you how I did it. I would normally finish this off with some leaves on the back or maybe a piece of fabric or some ribbon. But this is the back, and all you can see is it's just a little pin that you have there. So you're not worrying about pinning it onto anything. You're really just using that pin that's already existing. And it's really kind of like pop, modern, funky. You got the industrial little gears there that I literally
love the gears. And you could put it on any way that you want.
You can put it on this way. It's kind of just has a lot of depth too. You can see it's not just one dimensional, which is really fun.
Oh, Bree, I really, really love that one. That's actually probably my favorite one. I mean, things like that, especially a lot of the venues now are very popular with like very industrial chic, a little bit more, funky, you got rafters. It's really, really trending right now. Like that's an awesome, awesome look. I love the wheels. That's a very good idea. Very good idea. All right. So all of those that love succulents, it happens to be one of my personal favorites. So they're so fun to work with. They're tricky, so you have to be very careful when working with them because they do fall apart very quick. But you just got to be very, very careful and just use very delicate hands. So this guy here, I love. So I used some of the foliage I had growing in my backyard. I even attached a little moss ball on the bottom, some tiny little piece. I did the succulent right in the middle, so it's a nice feature. I did a little bit of like a wine fern in the back just to bring in a little bit of color. And I even did a little hop, a beer hop. Check that out. Isn't that pretty neat?
That's so
like a little bit of beer hop in your boutonniere.
There you go.
Cool, right? But I love everything green. You can't really appreciate the color for some reason, but I'll post these online. It's a nice bright green, a nice deep wine backing everything, and then you have that little bit of the moss ball with a little bit of a hop. Yeah, these are awesome, and I love this. This is just so pretty. And I was able to glue them. So the way these are done to get everything to really create a wave or create movement within, it's all about very specific, very precise planning with gluing leaves to leaves. So these guys are all attached because it's glued. And that's how you're able to make that fan.
I was wondering if you were wiring everything in this one because it looks so precise. It's absolutely adorable.
Yep,
So,
I do a little bit of wire mixed with glue, depending. A lot of times what you'll do is you'll wire your main heavy flower, bring it down, and then you could start using that as your base and then start wrapping and kind of building from it. But the best is to, obviously, when you're making it, you want to look at it this way so you can see where it's going to go on your jacket, which is really cool. So I hope everybody likes this guy because I love
that. So since you did your succulent one, I'll show you my succulent one.
And we hope everybody has their cocktail in hand.
Cheers.
Cheers. I always say it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Hey, you're home. There's nothing else to do. Play with us and drink.
Yes.
Extraordinary is all about having a good time and keeping it next level.
So this one is a little bit different than the others. It's not a normal standard boutonniere. This is actually a pocket square. And it's going to go sit right inside the pocket. So we have a model coming in a little bit later.
Ooh, we love models.
Well, it may just be my brother, but
for everybody else.
So when he does come in, I will show you how to actually place it in, but it's the simplest thing. You just slide it right into the pocket. It actually pops it up really nice. And you can see all of those beautiful succulents and all of these
fabulous.
Just little clippings from my mom's garden and, well, not even her garden, just inside even.
Yeah.
And when this is done, even though I glued them, I can just replant them, take a little snippets off, and I can regrow them so she doesn't actually kill me. I'm stealing all of her succulents.
And that's it. Like that's your newest, biggest trending thing, Bree. Yeah. It's square. And why don't you explain how you made it? It's relatively simple, but so dramatic, and it goes right across. So it's a very, very, really cool, like horizontal field design.
Yeah, so it's going to go right here. And all this is basically just like a heavy cardstock. And then I have leaves on the back and in the front. And that just holds it together. So that way it's not going to fall apart and you have a good base on there.
Yeah, love that.
After that, all you have to do is start gluing your florals and your, this could be all flowers too, or it could be succulents.
Yeah.
Really anything that sparks your eye, good textures. It is a little bit weighted. That's why I left the card a little bit longer. So when you put it in there, it's not going to fall forward or anything. It's going to stand straight up. Perfect. I measured it just to the size of his pocket. Most of them are pretty standard, so I don't ever have a problem doing that. But it is so easy and so fun. It is a little bit expensive just because succulents are so precious, but I mean, you can't really get anything better than that.
Something like that. I mean, if you think about the reality of what a bride will spend on her bouquet, which is relatively because you have a lot of floral in one and then a lot of labor. So you're looking at a good $325 to $375 just for a bridal bouquet and around $125 for a bridesmaid. And then when you think about boutonnieres, I mean, on average, they're $18, $25, $35.
Yeah.
If you compare a bridal bouquet to the guys, in the end, even if you have a lot, it doesn't even add up to do something a little bit outside the box and something super creative opposed to just one flower.
Yeah, definitely. Even if you want to do something really fun, funky, and personalized for the groom, and then have kind of more traditional ones for the groomsmen, just to kind of balance it out, that's also really cool to do.
Yeah, love that. I always make something a little bit different and dramatic that ties in the bridal bouquet with the groom, and then you kind of play off like a waterfall effect for your design for everything else.
Definitely, yeah.
Awesome. So let's see which one I'm going to show you next. So this guy, I used two of my favorite flowers. So here, what I was able to do, if you look really close, I was able to do my Hellebores. So Hellebores, these are like a deep, I know I love these, like really, really beautiful, like royal purple. And they have a little bit of like that. I did a variegated foliage in the back, and again, like the nice pop of wine. So when you're wearing it, it really, really pops, but it's not insanely dramatic. It's soft, it's classic, and I think it's really, really super high end because it's not so loud. So if you're looking for something that's going to really kind of complement what you're wearing, the Hellebores, I mean, not only do they hold up fantastic, they're just little gems. I mean, look at them. the texture.
There's so much depth to them, and they're like variegated in color. I know you can't really see it, but you can. They're just variegated. They're lush. They're deep, and they're absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah, and then I even did like a little bit of a gold wire. So if you could do silver, you could do black, you could do gold. It's always a good way to bring in that little accent of that pop of color if you want, or like that metallic. So little details like that really do go a long way.
Definitely.
Awesome.
So I have one that's kind of like a traditional one. I wanted to do one that was really simple, just to have it more classically modern. I know a lot of people love to use fails. I actually used a silk fail that I had on hand. And so that way, you're always hugging someone. So you want these boutonnieres to be really durable because you're chest bumping or hugging during these weddings, but they always seem to get smashed. That's why I always make our boutonnieres very, very durable, mechanically as well. And so this one, just a little fail.
Guys are crazy. We're going to run around. We're going to hug. We're going to drink. We're going to jump. When you make a boutonniere, it's got to be like really, really made very well. It's got to be durable.
Definitely. That's why with this one, I not only wired it, but I taped it and I glued it. It's all in place. It just has a satin double-faced black ribbon on the bottom with a little bit of lily grass here, just to kind of have a nice little accent.
Yeah, love that.
And that's what I'm actually going to show you a little bit later on. I'm going to show you how to put a boutonniere on because everyone always asks us to do it. And I've become a master at it, which I don't mind. I do get to interact with a lot of groomsmen, which I'm okay with. So I'm all right with it.
I'll tell you, like in the beginning, I was always very nervous when I first started this. I mean, we're talking like 18 years ago, which is crazy, but it was always very nerve-wracking to go up to a guy and put on a boutonniere because you don't want to pin them, you don't want to stab them, and I have in the past. It was very embarrassing, especially on the wedding day. So over the time, it's so easy and so simple. So what we do, like every now and then, we'll do a really beautiful like big planners class. We'll have everybody come into the showroom and we're going to do little wedding emergencies and little backup kits that we're going to give out to the planners. I'm super excited about. But that is going to show you if the boutonniere breaks, how do you fix it within a minute? So we're not there as a florist because we drop them off and then we go on to do the job and we're at the venue. So if they're breaking at the hotel, who's there? Probably the planner or the photographer. So we want to always make sure that they're properly trained to know how to redo it if you have to, repin it if you have to, and make sure that it stays up so we don't get that emergency phone call to run from doing a beautiful, huge wedding to fix a tiny little boutonniere. So we always do.
It never happens with us.
Yeah, I know. We could back up. It never does, thank God, because they're made well. They're you got to make them well. They can't just throw these things together and expect it to work. They take time.
Yes, but if things do get rowdy in the groomsmen's quarters, that's when the problems happen.
God, that is so true.
Yes.
So true. All right, so my next one, I'm going to do super simple and clean. So this guy I like because I thought it was just very delicate. So what I did here again, so I did the beer hops around the base right here.
So cute.
Which is really cool. And then I had freesia growing in my backyard, which in my camera looks silver. It is actually lavender. You can't see. It's lavender. And again, I did here and here, I did some silver wire being hooped to give it movement. And then I also incorporated what Brianna did is your lily grass. So I did a variegated lily grass here to come off to the side. So it's actually mixed in with your wire. And again, super simple, clean, classic. And this one really was pretty much all glued together. So I didn't really use much wire other than the silver as your decor statement. And then I was able to create something really fun and festive. And I love the hops. I think guys love the hops, especially if you're having a really cool themed wedding. The rustic weddings absolutely eat this alive.
Definitely. The hops are so great.
Yes. Love that.
Love
and I love your necklace, Brie. That's really cool. You actually made that as well.
Yes, I did. I'm going to get to the necklace. I'm going to go over one more boutonniere, and then I have 3 things that I'm actually wearing that I want to show you guys and a little bit how I made them. Because I was told to do my hair pretty, and I don't know how to do my hair pretty, so I made my hair.
You look gorgeous. Gorgeous.
So this is one of my last boutonnieres. Let me make sure. Yes, this is one of my last boutonnieres. I have one more after this that I'm going to show you real quick. And then we're going to move on to the hair comb.
I do love that. I have one more to show you too, but I love that. That's probably, God, they're all my favorite.
This one actually goes really well with my outfit today.
It does. It totally does.
And I kept the back open on this one just to show you guys a little bit of the mechanics, but normally I would cover this all up and I would not show any glue or mechanics. So this is the back of it. All it is you can just see a little bit of the glue there. All of this is glued together except for the original circle, which I made with some lily grass, and that's taped together because I really wanted to be sure that it was really sturdy. What I would probably do to secure this one, I would either use a magnet depending on the way that they wanted to wear it, or I would use that same mechanism that I used before, just like a flat pin that you can pin it on there, and that way it's not going to move.
Yeah,
it's not top heavy. I did try it out. It's not top heavy at all. It's nice and balanced because I have berries on one side and the hyacinth on the other. And you got that movement and that really good flow. And it's so adorable. And this is one of the biggest trends right now is doing these little circle ones, whether it's a tiny little wreath made with twigs or it's something made. I've seen lots of them made with myrtle, which is really cute. So,
yeah. Well, know what that reminds me of? A lot of things. I've only done this once, and I think it's really cool. So if you go on Instagram and you look at new age bridal bouquets, they make them now as a circle. So you'll have a beautiful ring, whether it's wire, it could be branch, grapevine. There's so many cool things just to give you the sphere. And it's hollow, so you're just doing the circumference. And then on there, just like what Brie did, you're attaching all of the floral and the foliage all the way up. So it's almost like you're holding the wedding bouquet, and then that would match perfectly for the guy. And that is like a mini bouquet version of what you made.
Yeah, that's exactly right. People are so into that right now, and they're so modern and chic. I've seen it in Vogue. I've seen it in so many magazines. And it's great to kind of match that same design aesthetic with your boutonniere, with your groom. Yeah,
totally. I love that. We got so many people saying hi. I want to actually give a big shout out to Jill Margaman. She was actually my officiant. She's one of the best officiants in Philadelphia, in my opinion. We all love Jill. We're always with her at all the bridal showcases, and she's absolutely fabulous. And she's so good and smooth and genuine at just being an officiant. I love you so much. Just wanted to say hi. Yeah, everyone's loving the circle, Brie. It's fantastic.
Yay!
There's a lot of comments on that. So my next one I want to show, this is actually really cool. I wanted to do something really, really funky, a little bit blingy, but I want to take this off so I can show you what this looks like against mine. So for those who want to do like a Gatsby crystal or black and white theme.
Oh, I love this one.
And I even attach a little hanging gem. I had to. So this here, I use a white Phalaenopsis orchid. So it doesn't get any more classic or clean than this. And then what I did, I used almost like a ruscus that is actually a dried ruscus in white. So it holds up fantastic. And again, I use some of my black wire hoops going off to the side to create movement. And I was able to do a little bit of wire across the front. So it almost looks like a cap and then a little gem hanging off. Now, if you don't like the gem, pops right off. But it does look super cool and chic on your vest, which I absolutely love. So it gives you a good feel. Let me show like where it has a little bit of that crystal hanging. Because I've always had girls and guys ask me if they're doing that really cool crystal wedding, glam, upscale, and we're doing hanging gems and hanging crystals. How do we bring that into the guy? And I'm always like, oh, you don't want to do too crystally. But if it's done tastefully and it makes it masculine, there's no reason why you can't do that. I think it looks fabulous. So this is actually one of my favorites. I'll make sure I get really good photos of this guy for everybody.
Yeah, I love that one. It's like just bougie enough. It's not like too much where they won't wear it, but it's like just enough that it's like, all right, I can get done with that.
Welcome to the episode of Bougie Boutonnieres.
Bougie Boutonnieres. That's what we should have called this.
Bougie Blooms.
So I have one more. This is a really simple one that I made, and it's just a little.
Oh, I love this one, Brie.
A little globe guy. I've seen this a lot on Pinterest, and I wanted to do a little bit of recreation myself. Really easy to pin on. It's extremely lightweight because it is only one bloom. It kind of encompasses it.
Is that a rose on the inside, Brie?
It is. It's a little spray rose.
Yeah, love that.
And this is actually not a real spray rose. I got this at the craft store, but you know, if I was making it in non-pandemic times, I would have an actual spray in there.
You're limited. Hey, we did good being limited. It's amazing. It's pieces of stuff. Even I was running around my house and I'm like, all right, what can I use in here? You know, I could pluck this and pluck that and use this. And I wanted to only make 5. I wound up making 8. So it's how much I love doing this.
We both did that. So
Yeah.
I'll show you one last thing I want to show you guys are these 2 hair pieces that, no, my hair's going to be all wild, but 2 hair pieces that I made. I made also a necklace. I left the back open. All it is that cardstock again, wrapped it around the chain, put a little bit of glue, added a little succulent, super easy.
I love that, Brie. That's beautiful. And a begonia leaf. Begonia leaf has so much texture and they're so soft and beautiful.
Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And they have so much variegation to them too. So you can actually kind of see, I made a little succulents. I love the shape that it made. This one almost made a heart shape. And then I have one more in my hair.
Yeah, if you think about it, the leaf on the begonia is actually almost in the shape of a heart. So if you pick the right one, and then it really does look like a heart pendant with a little succulent bloom. And I love the comb.
Yeah, so this comb is actually really interesting to make.
Again, you can make it on a comb, Brie. That's cool.
Yeah, so I left the back open just to show you guys what it was. I'll show you. I think I have one here. I pre-made one too, just to show you the mechanics of it. All it is a piece of that cardboard again, that little like soft cardboard or cardstock or anything like that. You fold it over.
Yeah.
And in that little slip, you take a soft wire and you weave it in throughout the entire comb.
Yeah, check that out. So intricate, right?
So it makes it really sturdy. Like this isn't going anywhere. Put a little bit of glue on it. Obviously, let it dry before you put it in your hair. I've learned that the hard way one time.
Oh my God, that would be a nightmare, Brie. Trying to pull it out.
And then usually what I do with this one is I also leaf up the back. So I left this open. This is actually a piece of cardboard that I got from the Oasis container itself, the little Oasis glue. I love to use that.
Yeah.
And so I just cover this up, kind of line it up with the greens that are on the front. And then you can see everything that's going on there and all the little tiny baby succulents.
I love that. And it's so beautiful. And again, like for the brides that do not want your typical bouquet, right? So there's other things that you could do. We've done brides that walk down the aisle. I'm actually not brides, but bridesmaids walk down the aisle with lanterns decorated with, floral. Another idea is what Brie just made. Instead of holding something, sometimes I just want to do something really beautiful, intricate in the hair, and then call that a day and just make it absolutely stunning and unique. So when you get your photos, they look amazing.
And I mean, any of these, even my mom said this morning, you can use these and attach them to even a mother's purse that goes down the aisle if she doesn't want anything to wear all night. You can also use it on the purse, which I think mothers are starting to like lean towards a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just because it is a little bit outdated to have that wrist corsage and do that.
Correct. It's all about jewelry. That's what we always say. Between like luxurious boutonnieres, high-end like floral jewelry, necklaces, earrings, hair combs, purse applications. I mean, there's so many things that you could do outside the box that go such a long way that are still very relatively the same cost as an old school wrist corsage. Like the last thing that we're going to touch is tulle. So definitely we want to, no, not happening. Like that day is gone. Go back to the 80s. You want to do something that's really, really catchy. So you want to make it like jewelry, not just something there to throw on your wrist or a boutonniere.
Yeah, you definitely want to make it purposeful. Like you actually want it to be like have purpose.
Yeah.
And so it's really good to make something a little bit more unique, a little bit more fun. So for the last thing I want to show you guys, I'm going to bring my lovely model in here. If you will join me. I don't know. I should have gotten him a Manhattan or something. I wasn't prepared for this.
Come on, model.
He has no drink.
Get it together.
1 second. He's pull the whole thing back. He's a little bit taller than me, so we're gonna just move it back a little bit. Keep going, Mom. It's a whole family affair here.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
This is my brother Ty.
There you go. Perfect.
We are quarantined here together, and so I recruited him today to help me out. I wanted to show you guys actually how to put on a boutonniere. So I usually put the pin in my mouth. Probably not the best thing, but come closer.
Everybody does that. I do the same thing. It's the only way without, stabbing yourself and having access to it.
Yeah. So you take the boutonniere. As you can see, his lapel's right here. And it's always going to go on his left side of his body. What I usually do is I then turn it over and you can feel where the boutonniere is. I use 2 boutonniere pins just like this. These are actually sewing pins because I didn't have boutonniere pins at my parents' house, but these work just fine.
Yep, same concept. Hey, Ty, you're getting a lot of hits already on here. Everyone's saying you're looking good.
Yes. Hey, single ladies, just so you know, throwing it out there.
Right, single.
Boy.
So all you want to do is take those pins and have a crisscross that it's going to make in that back.
Excellent.
So that way, when it's shown, it sits perfectly there. So
Yeah.
it's not going to go anywhere.
Yep. Love it.
Take that off. Come here.
That's perfect. Yeah, it looks really good on you too. You can see how sharp and clean and classic it looks. You know, going back to that like super sophisticated, high-end, gorgeous boutonniere.
Yeah, and I mean, like, especially with the suit that he's wearing, you want something to kind of pop that's not going to blend into it. And
Totally.
also did a really dark ribbon so that it kind of just blends in. All you see is the actual flower and the greens and not any of the mechanics, which is really good.
Yeah, good point. One of the things that I just have a very big pet peeve against is there's all different color floral tape that is put together that holds everything together, I should say. So it used to be green. Everyone always used to use this green floral tape. And it would always look horrible up against the black, because we're all going to be wearing black. So eventually they came out with a black floral tape, which is what we use. So it's amazing. So it really blends in and it hides the mechanics. So it's a genius look.
I do that, but even with the floral tape, I don't even like it just naked like that. I do like to cover it up with some satin ribbon just to class it up a little bit, because that way you're just making it really clean, really precise, and you don't have that kind of, it's almost like a dull black too. It's not like a vibrant one. So
that's why you go with nice black satin. That's a great idea. Want to show the pocket square? Because this is probably everyone's favorite.
Yes. So it fits right, hopefully. Let's see. There we go.
Perfect. And I'm going to try to zoom in on this one. Hold on. There we go. If you just go over a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. That is fantastic. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, and it fits perfectly. It's not too big. It's here. You can back up a little bit. It's not overtaking anything. You can go smaller with it as well if you wanted to. And this honestly could last for a really long time. And what they could also do after is they could take those succulents and they can plant them. They can propagate them and they can put them in their garden or in their house for a really long time. So it's and it's so simple. I mean, like, it's not going to fall off. Like, you see, it's not too like top heavy. So it's really easy.
Yeah, absolutely genius. I really love what you put together, Brie. And I'm really all about the pocket squares. That's going to be like the 2020 or actually 2021, like huge, big hit. We've been doing a lot of pocket squares, so we can do so many. So it's so amazing. So thanks again. So we wanted to thank all of our viewers and the commentary. Look, Alexis, Deborah, she already said she's obsessed with the pocket square. Girl, so am I. That thing is awesome. I thought we'd wear it all the day just to wear it. Well, it feels good. What'd you say, Brie?
I said he makes it look good.
Yeah, you do. All the girls are hitting on you already. I'm probably going to have a date after this. Well, again, I want to thank everybody for joining us on today's Out of the Box design by Xtraordinary Events. So if you want to learn more about us, please make sure to visit our website and look at who we are, what we offer, our services, and of course, read our bios so you can get a better idea of all of us, part of the team. We have me, Bree, Bobby, Ken, and Jill. We're fabulous together. It's one big family. You can visit that at www.xtraordinaryevents.net. And again, make sure you got those 2021 brides. We're booking quick, so I can't stress that enough to please be on top of this, because everything from 2020 has moved to 2021. Most, about 75%. So 2021 is going to be wild. So please want to make sure that we can reserve your date if you want to work with us, because we only do one a day. So we want to make sure that we're giving you a full attention and best service we possibly can. So enjoy your week and weekend. We will get through this. We're almost there. I think this is what, Brie, our 4th episode, a 3rd?
I can't believe it's been that long, but yeah, I think it might be our Friday.
Yeah, I think it's 4th. And another thing we're doing, we just uploaded everything to YouTube, so we'll be sending that out. So make sure to view us, and we want to have this exposed to everybody. So we'll be doing YouTube for Extraordinary Events, and I'll be sharing this as well, just to make sure everybody is in the loop, and you guys get to see some cool boutonnieres, as well as also going to post photos, me and Bree, later, so you can get the true up close detail shots that these guys deserve. All right, guys. Have a good one. Want to wish
Thank
everybody
you.
happy quarantine.
Cheers.
Enjoy. Cheers. And good night. Have a good one. Bye.